Right, well, here we are. Gone back in time or something, I don't know. Here we are then, back again with you with a Fast 50 online pub quiz. It feels weird coming back and doing this, but you know what? I don't mind. It's kind of nice as well. Let's start like we always used to and head over to the chat and have a look. And it's David that gets the imaginary bonus point. The first one of our return for coming in first. Good evening to you, David. Good evening to Aranush, a saint with a sin. Do message me directly if you know me, whoever you are. You're saying your bank won't authorise your payment. That's fine. Just send me a message and I'll help you out, all right? A personal message. I've got my phone next to me. If I know you, then I will hook you up. Christian, Sue, Jen and Dana, let's give out some big thank yous first and foremost. We'll start by thanking you as Patreons. Those of you that have been a Patreon from the start and carried on with the Patreon during the time that we managed in the bars, which was great. We really enjoyed it. Thank you to you. Thank you to those of you that were Patreons and then stopped when the Fast 50 stopped. Absolutely understandable. Can't blame you at all. If if you haven't got the product that you need, then what's the point in paying for it? I would save my money as well. Thank you to you guys, and then thank you to those of you that were Patrons and have come back. And we've also got some new people as well. So thank you to all of you, and then thank you to everybody. I must remember to do this, and I always forget. Thank you to everybody that contributed in any way to supporting us for the London Marathon this year, because it was a wonderful marathon. I ran it last Sunday with my sister over in London, which is where the London Marathon is. Normally it's in April. This year it was in October. It was a tough old run, if I'm honest. My sister really struggled, but she got a personal best by more than 40 minutes, which was great. And I have got yet another one of these bad boys. There it is. That's my latest London Marathon medal. I think you can just about see it. 26.2 it sort of says on there with a 2021. There's your reverse. It's got it in Braille on the back. That's rather nice, isn't it? So that's my latest one. And I did discover at my sister's house, I've been completely lying to you all. I thought it was my 23rd London Marathon. It wasn't. It was my 22nd. We knew that by counting up the medals. They were stored in a jewellery box, and I went and counted them, and I've been lying. So 23 next year, I hope. Anyway, on with the quizzing. Who else we got? Maruna, Raluca, Radika is back with us. Great to have you here. Poland is where Jen is at the moment. Jen's always globetrotting somewhere. Now, we have got one new sort of small rule, but I think it's one that you'll understand and you'll like. But let's go back to the last Fast 50 quiz and remind you of who won it. I bet you can't remember. Well, there you go. There's your results from the 11th of August. All that time ago, it was Dan who beat Bula with Simo in third place. Well done if you've got your name on the board there. If you get your name into the top 10 tonight, you'll get your name up in lights next week when we play along. Let's head over to game rules. So, a small change, just a small change, but this is one that a lot of you will already know if you come to our speed quizzing, and it's this one. Very, very simple. We're going to do open-ended questions, which simply means that if we ask a question and the keypad appears in front of you, you just have to put the first letter of whatever the correct answer is. It is as simple as that. Now, if you want to be really pedantic, you can also put the full answer, because through the wonders of technology, we can accept both answers. However, if, for example, I always give this same question as an example, I don't know why, but if we said which band had a hit with the song Fix You, you know the answer is Coldplay. You do not need to spell out Coldplay. Yeah. You just need to put the letter C, and that is your answer, and that will get you the points, okay? So you only need to put the first letter of an answer, and when it comes to names, we always use the full names, or the most common full names of characters and people. Now, by that we mean, if we were asking you a question about Beethoven, it would not be B for Beethoven, it would be Al for Ludwig van Beethoven. I know one of you is going to say to me that's not his first name, but that's his most common name. Okay, let's not get pedantic. The rest stays as it was. 100 points for a correct answer. Big fat 0 for getting something wrong. We have got multiple answer questions in here as well. Get them all for the 100 points. 20 for 1, 40 for 2 and 100 for all of them. The speed bonus is where the quiz is won and lost. The faster you answer, the more points you will get, up to a maximum of 50, and everybody can get bonus points on every single question. If you all get a question right, you will all get some bonus points. How many depends on how quickly you answer. 30-second gap in between and a 15-second chance to answer the question. Okay, that should be long enough. Now, no special round tonight. We're just going to do general knowledge and some recent news as well. But we have got plenty of prizes for you to win. Here you are. Now, Mojo is definitely going to be open for one more weekend, and so we can give this away. After that, we don't know. We might have to scrap this question, but we will do fastest first answer. So if you are top of the leaderboard after question number 1, you're an instant winner. A bottle of wine this weekend at Mojo. Friday, Saturday or Sunday, it's up to you. It is to drink in. You can't just go along and say, give me my wine and head back home. You must go and enjoy it. Premier League is back this weekend as well, isn't it? So you could go along, maybe do some karaoke, watch some football, whatever, but a bottle of wine will be yours. On to our winner and runner-up. You're off to Banjo Jack. 200 lei for the winner, 100 lei for the runner-up. I think you all know about Banjo Jack restaurant, and thank you to those of you that are ordering from Altarito and Banjo Jack to give them your support, because they have been supportive of this quiz for quite a while now, and we love them. And please, if you're going to order, look at Altarito, look at Banjo Jack. They're yummy. But also look at these guys as well. The ever-present Jerry's Pizza. Now, we've moved this to 3rd to 9th. So we're going to basically reward our top 10 this evening. So if you come 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th or 9th, all you've got to do is send me a very quick message. You can send it on Patreon directly to me. If you happen to have my phone number, you can send it to me on Facebook, or you can send it to our page on Facebook as well, the quiz page. I just need your name and number as quickly as possible, and we will send you a text message which gives you a free pizza from Jerry's Pizza. Who doesn't love that? Now, 10th place is really cool. We now have a new prize, I guess, but it's one that a lot of people will know from game night. And we're going to have a mystery Funko Pop each week, courtesy of Red Goblin, brilliant supporter of ours. We actually did some quizzes for Batman Day for them in store, which was a great success and really good fun. And we've gone for Blofeld from James Bond, with James Bond being in the news at the moment, obviously a massive movie right now. This is the coolest one that they have down there. Blofeld with the cat. I love this Funko. Finishing 10th tonight. You get the Funko. We'll have a different Funko Pop revealed every week for 10th place. We do still have this as well. And this is for 45th place tonight. You'll go off to F45 training for a month, a full month's membership, and we'll give you that opportunity to choose 10 questions at next week's quiz. I will point out that if you are a current member or an ex-member of the studio there, you can only go once, so we will find a different prize for you. So this is open to people that have never ever been to F45 before. Sorry, I needed a sip of drink. Okay, let's come back. So as you can see, loads of prizes. We're trying to keep you all really, really happy. Let's have a look over here then. What else have we got? Has anyone sent me a message? Hold on, guys. I just want to see if anybody is messaging me. No, nobody is. So whoever that is that can't do the payment, it doesn't appear that they're messaging me directly. I was going to hook you up and help you out, but it's fine. Aranush, yes, I remember you were going to Scotland after the Harry Potter quiz, and you were doing the Harry Potter tour, I believe. The Harry Potter quiz, one of the best speed quizzes we've done. Wasn't that brilliant fun that night? It really was. I've brought more Harry Potter prizes back with me from the UK. I just see them everywhere. Vlad, good evening to you, mate. Vlad always doing very well at these quizzes. Let's see if you can continue it. Delia, sorry we haven't seen you at the live quizzes. It's understandable, but it's lovely to have you back here. In terms of live quizzes, look, we have no idea when we're going to be able to get back and do them. Who knows what's going on in this world? It's very weird for me because I've just spent 2 weeks in the UK where everything is just about back to normal, and to come back and you know, jump straight back into what we've got going on here is hard. But you know, I'm here and I will quiz with you online for as long as we possibly can. But do get your friends to sign up to Patreon, because by gosh, we need the support if we can get it. Right, I think we should get into this quiz. I've got to try and remember everything to tell you, because I haven't done this for quite a few months, as you know. I think I've covered everything. 50 back-to-back questions. The first 7 or 8 about recent news, and then it's just general knowledge all the way. We'll keep tabs on you as you go. Keep a running total of the top 10. You'll be able to see on your screen how well you are doing as well. And don't forget, someone will win a prize straight away at the start if they can answer the first question the fastest correctly. Okay, everybody, I think we should get into this. Let's get it on. And the quiz is underway. Here comes your first question for a bottle of wine. What is the name of this household robot which has been launched by Amazon? Get your answers in. Oh, it's so nice to be doing this again. Here we are in Mojo, as you can see. It seems as though I've managed to start the quiz correctly. I don't appear to have forgotten anything. Who's going to win the wine? Let's have a look. It's Andre! Andre B, my man, you've won the wine. It is Astro, 58.3% of you getting it right. Guess who's back was in second, Penny third, Christy fourth. And do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Good message. Good message. You're in fifth, but Andre, well done to you, my man. You're going to win the wine this weekend. I'll put you down here, Andre P. There we go. And we're into a couple more recent news questions. Here comes question 2. What's the name of that TV show? First letter, remember, that's how this now works. You just have to put the first letter of the answer. You can type the whole thing if you want, but that's silly. You only need to put the first letter. Hopefully you have been paying attention. I tell you what, I bet we've got some people that are not watching this and they're going to get it wrong because they didn't listen to what I said. Anyway, Squid Game, of course. I really enjoyed it, apart from the last episode. And I've got to say, I'm not going to give any spoilers. We called it in the first episode. This big twist, my sister and I and her husband there, we watched it over the course of 3 nights. And we absolutely called the twist. We knew it. We knew it from the off, I swear. Still enjoyed it, though. It was good. Guess who's back into the lead? Here's your next question. Which of the following did not suffer an outage lasting nearly 6 hours last week? So guess who's back? Who is that then? We'd like to know. Don't be shy. I should imagine a couple of you were a bit like this fella last week, right? Twitter is the correct answer, and the vast majority of you getting it right. WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, obviously Facebook is owned by Facebook. Instagram, WhatsApp, it was Facebook that had the major outage. Configuration changes on the backbone routers were the fault reported. It got worse because the security staff's pass cards would not work to get them into the building, so it just went on and on and on. It's the biggest outage that Facebook ever suffered. Twitter, they were loving life. Everybody was on Twitter. Here's your next question. What was the highest grossing movie worldwide last week? Remember, first letter is all you need to put. And I think I've given you the answer. There you go. I knew I'd make a mistake. Did anybody notice? Yeah, I put the I've put the explanation on screen, haven't I? Yeah, right. You should have got that then. No Time to Die is the right answer. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I did these quizzes. Did everybody see the answer on their screen? Clearly not. Only 45% of you got it right. Guess who's back? Do you have your passport? Dana, Christy, Dan. That's your top 5 as it stands. We've still got 8 players that have yet to get a question wrong. I do hope that... Did that appear on your screen? Could you see the explanation? It appears so. I've probably done that for a few. Which Star Trek actor has travelled into space today on board the second flight of the New Shepard tourist space rocket? Watch your screens, because I've got a horrible feeling I may have put descriptions on some of the questions with the answer. I will say that my quiz have changed their platform a little bit, so I probably you need to get used to it. It was William Shatner, Captain Kirk himself. He will become, I put, because I wrote this question yesterday forgetting he was going today. But he has become. He's gone up, come down, and remarkable for a 90-year-old man. Oldest ever man in space. Isn't that wonderful, Captain Kirk? Did they wear red? Did the other guys wear red? That's the question. I would have been petrified if I was going up with Captain Kirk and wearing red. Anyway, do you have your passport? Into the lead. Here's question number 6. Who's this in the picture? Full name, please. We want the first letter of his name. Not initials, just the first letter of his name. That's all you've got to do. If you type out the full name, that is fine. Aaron is saying that people thought it was their vaccine dosage that was knocking out Facebook last week. Yeah. T for Tyson Fury. What a fight. Did you see it? Did you see the fight at the weekend with Deontay Wilder? My goodness, one for the ages. I mean... Are they the 2 greatest boxers? No. I love Tyson Fury. I do. But I think, Lennox Lewis in his prime would take him out. It doesn't matter. What a fight. 5 knockdowns in a heavyweight fight. Unheard of. Quite brilliant. They both deserve lots of plaudits, apart from Deontay Wilder, who was a bit of a so-and-so afterwards. But anyway, moving on to your next question. Number 7. 2 American scientists have won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their discovery of receptors in which of the 5 senses? 5 options there. J. What's J, Vlad? What films with J? I'm not really up with the movies at the moment. What film begins with J? That was the highest grossing movie. Touch is the correct answer here. Well done if you managed to get that one. We've got Dana going into the lead, just a few points ahead of Dan. Christy in third. Good to have you back, Christy. Ruxy in fourth. Alf 12. We've got Guess Who's Back down in sixth now. Raf in seventh. Seysa in eighth. Alex and Do You Have Your Passport in 10th. Now, Bula is playing along tonight. I've said his name. I'm sorry. But we have yet to see him. I think we've got one more recent news question. Let's have a look. Question 8. Which of the following would you associate with Lars Vilks, who died last week? Oh, you put J for James. Sorry, mate. I'm being so thick. Yeah, J for James Bond. Well, then you thoroughly do not deserve points, Vlad. Honestly. J for James Bond. Mohammed is the correct answer. Now, Lars Vilks was the guy that did the cartoon of Mohammed. You might remember he had the death threats and what have you from the Al-Qaeda and all manner of things. So, yeah, sadly passed away. Dana still leads, breaking 1,000 points, as does Christy, who's only 2 points behind her. Dan has also passed 1,000, as has Ruxy. Those 4 ahead of Cesar. But everybody in the top 10 is in a prize place. And look at that, I mentioned his name. He's jumped into 8th place. Here comes Bula. What colour are the stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? We're into general knowledge, everybody. J for James Bond from Jen as well. Never mind. It was there. We wouldn't have given you that at a pen and paper quiz. That is not the name of the movie. We would be very pedantic, I think, with that one. Pink is the correct answer, believe it or not. Everybody thinks they're gold, but the writing is gold. The actual stars are pink, and only 15.4% of you getting that one right. So a really tough question. Our top 4 players did not get it. So if you're one of the 15.4% that did, you have really, really caught up on that one question. As you can see, Guess Who's Back is very much in touch of the top 4 right now. Still waiting for a multiple answer question. There'll be one soon, I'm sure. Here's number 10. What was the second film produced by Pixar? This is a picture question. Tap and hold, confirm, do whatever you have to select the right answer. Say hello to Penny as well. Penny's playing in the USA today. She's flown over there. So we have Poland and the USA, obviously Romania, a few of you in the UK. It is A Bug's Life, 56.4% of you getting that one right. Tricky question, but our top players managed to get it. So it's Dana, Christy, Ruxy and Dan. And then Guess Who's Back? Cesar, Raf, Andre, Alex and Penny. I just mentioned Penny, and there she is in the top 10. And we have lost Bula from the top 10. Now, I don't think Bula watches the feed. I wonder if that is going to take him down tonight because he hasn't learnt about the new question. Pays to watch YouTube. Anyway, here's number 11. The Quadrilatero della Moda is an upscale fashion district in which city? I was trying to think if I had a t-shirt to wear. I haven't got a Bond t-shirt. I could have worn that, couldn't I? I've got a Muse t-shirt on tonight. I know some of you love Muse. It's an old shirt as well. I've had this a while. Milan, 85%. Not too tricky. Some of these questions are easy, but when they're easy, you've got to get in there quick and get those bonuses. Dana then still leads by 18 points from Christy. Ruxy, Dan is there. Cesar up into 5th. Raf up into 6th. Do You Have Your Passport drops to 7th. 8th for Guess Who's Back. Alex and Penny there as well. Christian's in Dubai. We are global tonight, people. Global. I'm in Bucharest. Number 12. Multiple answer. Select the 3 fictional cities featured in the Grand Theft Auto video game series. 3 of them are from Grand Theft Auto. So Dubai, USA, Poland, UK and Romania. Anywhere else? Anybody from anywhere else? We used to have a couple of people playing in Australia in the middle of the night. Vice City, San Andreas and Liberty City are the 3 that we wanted. Raccoon City is from Resident Evil. Jacinto City is from Gears of War. Gears of War, one of the only video games I ever completed, the original Gears of War, because I don't really play video games, but I really got into that for some reason. I don't know why. But there you go. Dana, Christy, Ruxy, Dan and Cesar is your top 5. Yeah, Vlad, you've just got to put the first letter, just like when we do speed quizzing. First letter for open-ended questions. Easy as that. Next question. In athletics, how many people have run the 200 metres in under 19 seconds? Please enter a 1-digit answer. It appears I have not put any more explanations with answers on the screen yet. So we'll count Germany then, because Jen has crossed the border half an hour ago. So She's just had dinner. She's now in Poland, so we're going to tick Germany off tonight. 0 is the correct answer. Well done, because the world record, Usain Bolt, unsurprisingly, holds it 19.19 seconds. So 0 is what we wanted, and just 10% of you getting it right. So not many at all. It's Dana, Christy, Ruxy, Dan, and Cesar, and it's all very, very, very close. Right proper Vlad now into the top 10. Alex, Bula, D. Mirren, and Raf is there as well. Those are the prize places. Here comes number 14. With which of the following professions would you associate Zills? Zills, that's a fun word to say. My favourite word to say is blancmange, but you know, we haven't got a question on blancmange tonight, so we'll just say Zills. What's your favourite word to say? This feels like a children's TV show now. What is your favourite word to say? Belly dancers. They're those little... You can't tell, but I'm belly dancing right down here, but... Yeah, little cymbals that they clack around. 18.4% of you getting it. Christy knows his belly dancers. He's got into the lead. Ruxy jumps up into second because Dana did not know that one. She drops to third. Right proper Vlad also up on his belly dancing knowledge. He's gone into fourth with Dan fifth. Cesar, Bula, guess who's back? Alf 12 and Alex in the top 10. 15. Which element is most often used for light bulb filaments? So that little bit that lights up. Copper, titanium, aluminium, tungsten. What are we going for? What are we going for? Now, it's also used to make darts. Tungsten is the correct answer, 79.5%. Some darts are brass, but the proper ones, good ones, will always be tungsten. So well done if you got that then. Still our top players, Christy, Ruxy, Dana. Very few points separating them. Just what we got, 11 points between our top two players right now. Right proper Vlad is there. Dan, Cesar, Bula, Alex, D. Mirren and Raf. So not too much change at the moment. 15 down, still 35 to go. Try another one, number 16. Omar Little is a fictional character in which HBO drama series? He is on your screens. The Sopranos, The Outsider, The Wire, The Deuce. Now, I can tell you this is a show that I've never watched, and I know I should. It's The Wire, and 85% of you getting it right. But I will admit one thing to you. I finally watched my first episode of Seinfeld today. Episode 1, Series 1. I watched it. Managed to stay awake. It's dated a little bit, isn't it? I'm going to watch the lot, though. I've promised you I will do it. I'm going to go through Seinfeld. Not quite at the point of watching Harry Potter yet. But let's do Seinfeld first. Christy, Ruxy, Dana, Vlad and Dan, top 5. Next question coming up, number 17. In which city is the Phantom of the Opera set? It's a rewatch for you, is it, Christian? Well, clearly I think it gets better. But yeah. I've seen so many bits, you know. It's one of those shows you see so many bits, but I've never watched it properly. So I'm watching it now because I've got a VPN on my Netflix. Paris. You got it. P for Paris. 55% of you getting that one right. P for Paris is what we wanted. If you spell out Paris as well, you would have got that. Paris. That would have been fine as well. Anyway, Christy, Ruxy, Dana, Dan and Vlad in the top 5. Okay, Jen's with me. Finally, someone backing me up. She couldn't watch Harry Potter. I haven't even tried yet, Jen, but it will happen. And Vlad's also started his Seinfeld journey. I'm with you, Vlad. Let's see how far we can get in. Who was the Egyptian god of the underworld? So Andre went for Petroshan. That's fine. That's the beauty of these questions. The first letter open-ended questions. You can get lucky as well. All right. Egyptian god of the underworld is Osiris, and 23.1% of you getting that one right. Still super close, but when you look at who's creeping on up here, he's come out of nowhere, really. Bula's into 4th. He's got Dana, Ruxy and Christy ahead of him, and Dan just behind him. Vlad's dropped to 6th. Alex, Cesar, Raf, and do you have your passport? That is your top 10. Bula, probably starting to work out how this quiz works. He's starting to catch up. But Christy leads the way. Here is question number 19. No, 19. The 12 tallest buildings in Germany are all located in which city? Munich, Berlin, Bonn or Frankfurt? They're all in Frankfurt. 80% of you getting that one right. We've got a couple of easier questions in here tonight, clearly, but I think that's quite nice, isn't it? I think we've got a few stinkers to come as well. Christy, Ruxy, Bula now into third, Dana and Dan. My brother and I actually did a quiz night on Sunday in our local pub in my hometown of Tunbridge in Kent in the UK. We came fourth, which we were quite pleased about because it was only the two of us, and it's a very serious quiz there. Lots of people with their own pens and paper, you know. We did all right. Number 20. What birthday is Bilbo Baggins celebrating at the beginning of The Lord of the Rings? We did all right. The picture round was horrible. It was a map of Ireland, and you had to name 10 of the counties that they'd highlighted. We literally took a guess and got 1 out of 10, and we were over the moon. It was proper tough. 111 for 11th, as they say in the movie. So 111 is what we wanted. 62.5% of you getting that one right. Lord of the Rings quiz, anyone? Do you still want that? Should we do that one day? Maybe. Christy, Ruxy, Bula, Dana, Dan, Alex, Vlad. Do you have your passport, Raf and say sir? Anybody else want to get into the top 10 tonight? Those are the players in the prize positions at the moment. Next question. The logo for Amnesty International features a what surrounded by barbed wire? Yeah, Andre, I think a lot of people want a Lord of the Rings quiz. The thing I've said about it is it's quite a tough one to write, believe it or not, because we either do it generic, relatively generic, and stick to the movies so that people have a chance, or, you know, I can get proper in-depth, a bit like when we did the last Harry Potter quiz, and ask things that really fans only would know. I don't know. I'll be up for doing it, though. Did we do a Harry Potter quiz yet? I think we did 10 questions. We didn't do a full one, did we? Anyway, Candle is the correct answer. 37.5% of you getting it. Yeah, maybe a mix. Maybe we could do 25 movies, 25 books, something like that. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Christy in the lead then. Ruxy still in second. Here's number 22. True or false? A3 paper is half the size of A4 paper. I could even do it. Maybe this would be controversial. Oh no, there were 3 Hobbit movies though, weren't there? I think. Am I right in saying that? 3 Hobbit movies? I could have done 10 questions for each one, but that doesn't work. I could do a 60 question quiz. Anyway, it's false. 82.1% of you getting it right. It's twice the size, of course, not twice as small. Christy, Ruxy, Bula, Dan, Dana, Alex, Raf, Cesar, Lad, and do you have your passports? Still anybody's quiz this. We're not even halfway. Still very, very close. The top 3, very, very close. Always open to suggestions for quizzes, guys. Whatever you want, I will do. You know that. Jake Sully and Neytiri are lead characters in which hit 2009 film? Just the first letter of the movie is all you've got to put. First letter. You can spell out the whole movie if you want. That's up to you. But all you had to do is put the letter A for Avatar. Avatar. Did anybody put M for Monsters Inc? Well, as soon as you saw Sully, you went for Monsters Inc? I don't know. Anyway, it was Avatar. Christy, Ruxy, Bula then still leading. But I tell you what, that was a good question for Christy because I don't think his nearest rivals got that one right. So he's extended his lead slightly. Dan into 4th, Dana in 5th. Alex, Vlad, do you have your passport? Raf and Cesar all still hanging around the top 10. Here's number 24. In which US state were both basketball and volleyball invented? That's a tricky one for you. So we were looking for Massachusetts. Now I would know that one because I know the history of basketball. I did study it for a little while, believe it or not. I'm a bit of a loser like that, so I would have known that. So I don't know much, but I knew that one. 43.6%. With that one question, he's taken the lead. Bula into the lead by just 3 points from Christy in 2nd, Ruxy in 3rd, Dan in 4th, and Dana has now gone down to 5th. Vlad, do you have your passport? Alex, Cesar, and guess who's back? Comes back into the top 10. So Bula takes over at the halfway point. Here's 25. Select 3 places where Coca-Cola is not the top selling soft drink annually. North Korea, Scotland, Australia, Cuba, and Mexico. I do have a backstory to this question, people. I'm going to get it off my chest as soon as you've all answered. Right, well, the correct answers that we want are North Korea, Scotland, and Cuba, which is why I put places. I had this question on Sunday in a quiz, and the guy said, which country which country is Coca-Cola not the top selling soft drink? And he gave the answer of Scotland. Now, there's a couple of things here. Scotland's not a country. Let's not get into it. It's not a country. And North Korea and Cuba don't sell it. So the correct answer should have been North Korea or Cuba. We put both. He gave us 0 points for it and refused to accept our answer. Well done if you got it. What's the principal ingredient of guacamole? Christy has gone back into the lead there. Yeah, God bless Iron Brew, of course. For those of you wondering about Scotland, it is Iron Brew that is the biggest selling drink over there. Everybody drinks it. They put it on cornflakes over there. They're bizarre. Christy and Roxy overtaking Bula again. So he only led for one question. A for avocado. And 97% get it right. I thought that might be a 100%er, but no, somebody got it wrong. Christy still leads. Roxy, Bula, Dan, Dana, Vlad. Do you have your passport? Alex, Sarin, guess who's back? I do like a drop of Iron Brew, but you can't get it over here, can you? Not unsurprisingly, it's not sold in many places at all. I'm not really a fizzy drink fan, if I'm being honest, but I did live in Glasgow for a while, and you do get a taste for the stuff. Next question, 27. How long is each quarter in American football? Listen, if they can deep fry ice cream, Jen, they can probably deep fry somehow Iron Brew. I have had the deep fried Mars bar in Edinburgh just because, you know, why not? It was all right. The mix of salty and sweet is always going to work for me, to be honest. It's 15 minutes, believe it or not, 42.1%. Once went to an NFL game with my mate's now wife. He was there as well. And she said to me, literally said this, she said, I understand that there's quarters, they play the game in quarters, but how many quarters are there? She was just trying to take an interest. How many quarters are there? Anyway, number 28. Which letter is represented in Morse code by a single dash? W-H-A or T? Bula, back into the lead with that question. I didn't pick up on that. Christy drops to second. Oh, Ruxy's gone down to fourth. Dan fighting back here. We wanted the letter T, believe it or not. Is the letter T? That was a tricky old question, but not for Bula. That's played right into his hands. With just 2 questions, he's now built up a lead. Bula in the lead from Christy in second, Dan in third, Ruxy in fourth, Dana in fifth. Let's go through the top 10. Alex in sixth, Vlad in seventh, Cesar is there in eighth. Do you have your passport? Ninth. And the Funko Pop place at the moment is Raf, but still 22 questions to go. Here is number 29. Medellin, Cali and Barranquilla are the second, third and fourth largest cities in which country? First letter, guys, please. You can spell it out if you want, but why would you? Is that? Oh, green screen. Look at that. Didn't even notice. C for Colombia. No, I thought we'd get 100, but we did not. 86%. Bogota, of course, is the largest city. Bula seems to have got that wrong, and I think that might be because he doesn't know what the rule is. He should watch the stream. This could play into your hands, people that are watching. Christy in second, Dan in third, Ruxy in fourth, Dana in fifth, Alex, Vlad. Do you have your passport? Cesar and Raf is there still. On to question number 30. What is the meaning of the musical direction rallentando? Rallentando, rallentando. I think that's what you have to do when you say it. It feels right. Rallentando, rallentando. What does it mean, though? In music, how many musicians here? Rallentando poco a poco. Becoming slower is the correct answer. You are clever people, you aren't you? 67.6% of you getting it right. Bula gets it right. Holds on to his lead, but Christy chasing him down with Dan, Ruxy and Dana there as well. Guess who comes back into the top 10? They're sitting in the Funko Pop place, which is Blofeld tonight, remember. Can win yourself Blofeld as a Funko. 20 questions to go. Here's number 31. The Fawny Dragon, or sometimes called the Fawny Devil, is a lizard native to what country? Which country? What country? Which country? Australia, Peru, Greece, or Indonesia? He's a handsome-looking fellow. Handsome-looking lad. Australia is the correct answer. 52.6% of you getting it right. I think they're awesome, aren't they? They're really, really cool. 3,183 points is what he sits on, Bula, but he's only one correct answer ahead of both Christy and Dan, who could catch him up with just one push of a button. Ruxy and Dana and Vlad and Alex all still very much in touch, but could Do You Have Your Passport, Cesar and Raf still get into a higher position? Anybody's quiz, 32. The winners of which sporting competition are awarded the Webb Ellis Cup? That is the Webb Ellis Cup on your screen. What do you have to win to get that cup? It is the Rugby World Cup, named after William Webb Ellis, who, so they say, was the first person to pick up a ball whilst playing football and run with it whilst he was at rugby school. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. He probably did, but whether that actually invented the game of rugby is up for dispute. But anyway, Bula still leads from Christy, Dan, Ruxy and Dana, and it's the same top 10 as we had before. Get into the top 10 to get yourself a prize tonight. Here's question 33. Which country does Nutella come from? First letter, please. Oh, look, it would appear I put an explanation on the screen as well. Does that help? It might do. Such a tit. I've got to know what I'm doing with these explanations. Did that help? It might have done. I for Italy, 76%. Well done, well done. Bula, Christy, Dan, Ruxy, Dana, still the top 5. I won't do this in the future. I'll make sure that I get the explanations correct. The explanation should be how to answer the question. I'm sorry. I'm new to this. I'm new to it. I've only been doing it for 2 years. Anyway then, where are we? 33. Let's move on to question number 34. What film ends with the lines, "And now we are free, I will see you again, but not yet"? That was very thespian of me, wasn't it? Did you like that? Ocean's 11, Free Willy, Thelma and Louise, Gladiator. 'Tis one of them. What are you going to go for? It is Gladiator. Most of you getting it, 63.2. Smashing that one, but it is still very, very, very close with our top players. Top 5, only a few hundred points separating you. And as we've seen with this quiz before, a couple of questions can change everything. Bula, Christy, Dan, Ruxy and Dana in the top 5 right now. We've got 34 down, 16 questions to go. Top 10 will win a prize and 45th place as well. Here's number 35. How many pieces are in a traditional set of dominoes? I would never know this. I would have no idea. Right, your time is up. Let's have a look. See if you know your dominoes. It appears you do. 28 is the correct answer. A real split of answers. Nobody going for 20, but a real split of answers across 24, 28 and 32. It seems like no one was too sure. Bula gets it. Christy gets it. Dan gets it. They're all still in with a shout here. Ruxy and Dana drop back on that question, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Still plenty of time here. 15 questions to go. Do you have your passport? Alex, Vlad, Cesar and Raf is back in the Funko Pop position of 10th. Here's question 36. Which continent has the most countries? Which continent has the most countries? Some questions are straightforward and simple, like this one. Let's see how you do. I would expect lots of you to get this one right. And yeah, most of you do. 76.9%, knowing 54 countries in Africa. Well done if you managed to get that. Bula stretches his lead slightly because Christy didn't get it, allowing Dan to get very close now. Ruxy is there in 4th, Dana in 5th. They're both trying to catch up. Do you have your passport? Alex, Vlad, Cesar. Raf still cemented in 10th position. Really going for that Funko Pop. But it's tough to try and stay in one particular position. Number 37. Which American cyclist was stripped of his 2006 Tour de France title? In fact, the easiest position to probably stay in, I would say, is 1st. Once you're in 1st, you know what you've got to do. Just keep getting them right. If you're trying to get 10th specifically, it's difficult. You're trying to work out, do I get it right? Do I deliberately get it wrong? I know some of you do this. It's fine. Look at you, 84.6% of you going for Lance Armstrong. I even put the picture on the screen. That is not Lance Armstrong. It's Floyd Landis. Well done if you got that one right. Floyd Landis, Bula got. Playing into his hands there. Christie stays in second, Dan in third. Ruxy and Dana stay in fourth and fifth. Well done to the 12.8% of you that did not go for Lance Armstrong. He had been stripped of his titles the season before. And then another American did it again. Silly. The Spiel des Jahres Award recognises excellence in what kind of product. Now expect Jen to get this right, because if you can translate what Spiel des Jahres means, then it makes the question a little bit easier. It's awarded to the best board games of the year, and it literally means Game of the Year in German. I'm sure Jen will back me up on that. Nice little question. Bula still leads. Christie, Dan, Ruxy and Dana still that same top 5. Can anybody catch them up? Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? You're in 6th. Alex in 7th. Cesar 8th. Vlad down to 9th. I think Vlad is trying to drop back to get the Funko. Will that pay off? Because he could miss out on a pizza if he goes too far. Raf still holds it at 10th. How many vowels appear on the middle row of a standard keyboard? Just put the one-digit answer in. If you're playing with a keyboard, this becomes incredibly easy, doesn't it? But I don't mind. It is what it is. It's the same for everybody. Now, when I initially wrote, it is just one. How many are we going to get? 84% of you getting it right. Just for letter A. E-U-I-N-O are on the top row. I did write it as top row initially, and I thought, no, we get people that argue over Y being a vowel. I didn't want that. So, 1 is the answer. Bula still leads. He's building a bit of a lead here from Christie in second, who still somehow manages to stay ahead of Dan by just a few points. Ruxy and Dana still 4th and 5th. Thanks, Jen. See, I do speak some German. Not much. Which character in Frozen sings the line, "The cold never bothered me anyway"? Is it Elsa, Anna, Kristoff or Olaf? The cold never bothered me anyway. Elsa is the correct answer. I've got to say, those of you that went for Olaf, because I would have no idea about this. Thankfully, my nieces are not really bothered by Frozen, which is wonderful. I'd have gone for Olaf, because it feels like a line a snowman might say. But it's not. It's Elsa. 56.4% of you getting it. Bula, Christie, Dan, Ruxy. And do you have your passport now? Jumps up into the 5th. Dana drops back to 6th. And it's changed down in 10th there. Guess who's back now in 10th position? 10 questions to go. Here's number 41. Which of these is the official residence of the President of South Korea? Red House, White House, Pink House, Blue House? Which sounds, again, like I'm hosting a infants children's TV show. Red House, White House, Pink House, Blue House. What words do you like to say? Blancmange. Anyway, Blue House is the correct answer. 30.8% of you getting it right. These questions are playing into the hands of Bula. He extends his lead at the top. 4,436 points. Christie in second. Dan in third. Ruxy is in fourth. Do you have your passport? 5th. Dana 6th. Alec is in 7th. 8th for Vlad. Say start in 9th. And it's D now in the Funko Pop position, which I think a lot of people are trying to win. I can tell you're doing it. What type of triangle is on your screen? Red light, green light. I tell you what, we went into the whole, what if they did the sequel of Squid Game in the UK? What games would they play if it was a British version? Musical chairs is the obvious one. Hide and seek using weapons would be pretty cool. Any ideas? Games that they could play for a British version? Scalene is correct there. A triangle that has unequal sides. 3 unequal sides. 87.2% of you getting it. Bula, Christie, Dan, Ruxy. Do you have your passport? Is your top 5. So yeah, games. We were talking about Operation. You know, you can do the game Operation, but if you touch it, it is full on electrified. You know. What else did we come up with? I mean, hide and seek sounded brutal, like with the person seeking you has a gun. Ooh. Next question, 43. The countries China, India, Russia and Brazil are often referred to by what acronym? British Bulldog as well is a fun game that we played in the UK. Some of you might not know what that is. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Hide and seek with weapons is basically Battle Royale. But we're thinking like one person looking for them and everybody has to hide for 20 minutes or something like that. and you just hear gunshots as people get found. Brick, 64.1%, getting it right. He's extended his lead to over 600 points now. Bula running away with this all of a sudden. Christy, Dan, Ruxy, do you have your passport? Dana, Alex, Vlad, D. Cesar is now in the Funko Pop position. Here comes your next question, number 44. Conkers, that would be a good one for the British version. Conkers. Which of these movie characters suffers with ophidiophobia? Which of those movie characters suffers with ophidiophobia? Time is up. Ophidiophobia is a fear of snakes. And if you've seen the Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, you will know does not like snakes whatsoever. 71.8% of you getting it. He's just smashing this. And I tell you what, with 6 questions to go, Bula is going to get a monster score here. Definitely more than 5,000, which is, as we know, the magical target. Yeah, Sam Jackson, he's all right with snakes. He's all right. Unless they're on a plane. Next question, 45. Captain America has a shield made of vibranium. Which character has an entire suit made from the same material? A whole suit made from that same material. I really want to do another superhero comic book speed quiz when we can get back in the pubs. Really enjoyed the last one. Black Panther is the correct answer. Well done to the 74.4% of you managing to get that. Now Christy closes the gap ever so slightly, but really the battle is for second place here between Christy and Dan, just 13 points separating them. As we look down to position 10, which I know lots of you are trying to win right now, it's Cesar, who is 1 point behind D. How close is that? And now you've got the problem of, do I answer or do I not? 5 to go. Here's number 46. Which of these images best represents the name that rapper O'Shea Jackson is better known by? So what have you got on your screen? One of them is the rapper O'Shea Jackson. And we wanted option C. So you've got Snoop Dogg, Snoopy Dogg. You've got Vanilla Ice. You've got Eminem for D, but we were looking for Ice Cube, which is option C. Well done if you managed to get that one. Bula has broken the magical 5,000 point barrier with 4 questions remaining. It's Christy who still leads Dan for that fight for second. D has come back into 10th position. That's where the excitement is, down in position 10. 4 to go. Number 47. Which artist painted the Beethoven frieze? It's an amazing, amazing painting. The middle of it reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are, I think for obvious reasons. Gustav Klimt is the answer there. Even if you didn't know the painting, looking at it, I think it is pretty obvious it's Klimt. Anyway, Bula then. Christy into second with Dan in third. We've got 30 points separating those two. We have a look down the bottom here. D is still in 10th position. Vlad has dropped down to 9th. He's quite close. I don't know who's in 11th. Let's have a quick look. Guess who's back? 3676. Oh, it is close for 10th position. Here's number 48. In which country are the headquarters of Zara? Spain, UK, France or Italy? Top 10 get prizes, remember? And it seems like one of the most sought after prizes is position 10th. That's okay. We like that. Spain. 89.7% getting it right. Now, fair play to D. She's not holding back. She's answering these questions and doing her best to get a high score. But she still holds on to 10th. It's still Bula, though, in the lead. He will win this quiz. But who will get second? It's going to be between... Well, it could be between any one of 4. Christy, Dan, Ruxy, and do you have your passport? All there in with a shout of getting that runners-up spot. Here is your penultimate question, number 49. Name the character, please. Just the first letter. First letter. If you type out the name, that's okay as well. All right. S is the correct letter there. I've completely forgotten the name. It's from SpongeBob, right? But it's S, 41%. Someone tell me what they are. Doesn't matter. Look at this. With that one question, with one question to go, that one question, do you have your passport, has jumped into second place. D holds on to 10th. Bula will win this quiz, but boy, is it close for second place. It will come down to a very important final question. Here we go. Multiple answer, remember. The very best of luck. Top 10 get prizes. Here's question 50 of 50. Please select the 3 films that Meryl Streep has won an Oscar for. Now, I can tell you she was nominated for all of these movies and many others as well, but 3 of them on that list she has actually won an acting Oscar for. And the correct answers that we were looking for were the bottom 3, Kramer versus Kramer, The Iron Lady and Sophie's Choice. Those were the 3 that we wanted. Well done if you got all of them. 100 points if you did. 40 for 2 and 20 for 1. Let's have a look then. It will be Bula. Bula, my man. You're going to get the win on this return back to online quizzing. And do you have your passport? Well done to you. Leaving it right to the last minute. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Brilliant name for yourself as well. Love to know who you are. Do tell me in the feed. Here comes some sprinkles for the first time in months. So there you go, Bula. Christy, well played to you as well. Let's have a quick look at our final scores here. The winner is Bula, as you can see below me. Christy then in third. You'll get pizza. Everybody else getting pizza will be Dan and Ruxy and Dana and Alex and Cesar and Vlad. All of you guys, please drop me a message if you would so that I have your number. Even if I've had your number before, please, please, please just send me a message and tell me, especially if you're using a different name, which a couple of you are, who you are and what your number is. D, my darling, you have won the Funko Pop. Now, hopefully you are in Bucharest because the Funko Pop is to be collected directly from Red Goblin. But D, if you could drop me a message and let me know if that's okay. If not, then I can collect it and just hold on to it until a point when you can get it from me. But you do have a week to go and collect that. So D, we will be in touch with you to make sure that we get you that. Just a reminder then of all of the prizes, winners and runner-up. You're going to get the Banjo Jack. As always, we will send your name. So I need to know, do you have a passport? Did you get your shots? I need to know who you are. Bula and yourself, yeah, you're going to go 200 late for the winner, which is Bula, 100 for do you have your passport. Fastest first question was Andre. Well done, Andre. Bottle of wine down at Mojo this weekend. It is for drinking in, but I don't think you'll have a problem with that. Friday, Saturday or Sunday, it's entirely up to you. And then Christy, Dan, Ruxy, Dana, Alex, Cesar, right proper Vlad. Pizza for you guys. Just make sure you do send me a message. And if you're after some tasty pizza, do look up Jerry's. Order from them. Easy to use their app online as well. And they are doing a major discount. I discovered this because I got home late from flying in on whatever it was, whenever I flew in on Monday or Tuesday night. Monday night, I think it was. And I ordered from them and I got a 50% discount because they're doing discounts. So if you're hungry, go and have a look. D, you're going to get the James Bond Blofeld Funko Pop. Highly, highly sought after prize tonight, and I'm incredibly jealous. It's a brilliant one. Do look up Red Goblin Games. They're still open as well for all of your board games and your action figures and your comic books and everything else. Brilliant supporters of us. Do support them if you would. And if you finished in 45th place tonight, a month's membership for F45 training is awaiting you, plus a chance to choose a theme for 10 questions at next week's quiz. And we are back again. Let's have a quick look. Nobody in the feed saying well done, good job, whatever. Doesn't matter. Hey, it's nice to be back, guys. Thank you so much for quizzing with us tonight. I hope that you had fun. I'll do a little write-up over on Facebook as always. Do stay in touch with me, and we'll keep talking about when we can do some proper quizzes. Our hope is that we will be able to survive this second difficult period, but in order to do so, we do of course need people to come and join Patreon. So do encourage your friends. It's only €5 a month. We think that's pretty good value. We'll be quizzing every Wednesday night. No game night or anything on a Saturday just yet. So please, 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 we do need financial support to pay the bills for the office and all of the equipment and everything else that we have around us. It doesn't come for free, and at the moment we're kind of running at a loss. That's the truth. So we're falling on funds that we have in the coffers. So we do need more people to sign up to Patreon and come and quiz with us. It's great fun, as you've seen. The more that come in, the more we can do. But we'll be back again next week. And any suggestions, any feedback, always ping it over to us. Thank you again to all of you as Patrons. Thank you again to everybody that sponsored me for the London Marathon. And I'll do the write up now, and we'll be back again next week.